We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the Sahanavatu and other invocation shlokas, and then we'll start. Sit erect. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply, filling your stomach, lungs, throat, and mouth with air. And as you chant Om, let the air escape through your mouth. Now inhale. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hello, good evening. Welcome back. So we are covering Gita chapter 2, and in the last session we saw the verse number 25 we have seen. I'm not sure. Yeah, 25 and 24 we have seen, right? So where the idea of the nature of Brahman is being described there. There it said, Avyaktoyam, Achintyoyam, Avikaryoyam, Uchyate, Tasmat, Evam Viditvainam, Na Anushochetu Arhasi. So the self is Avyakta. Avyakta means it cannot be, it is not available for my perception. So that means that my thoughts are available for my perception, but if this is beyond my perception, means it is referring to Karna Sharira. Okay, so then Achintyam. So it is so self is Avyakta and Achintyam. So it is beyond Karna Sharira, and then also Achintyam is beyond the thoughts, meaning it is beyond Sukshma Sharira. Okay, and then Avikaryoyam, Vikarya, Vikaratva are the modifications such as birth and death, etc. Or even if you think about the changes because of results, right? So such as apya, meaning like attaining something that is not there, utpadya, manufacturing something that wasn't there, samskarya, meaning like refining something that is already there, vikarya, means it is something that is being destroyed, right? So it is beyond all of these things, means it cannot be attained through any actions. So this is one important thing, right? So all the karma, based on any karma, we can get certain things, but it is beyond this. Okay. And then now in the we said that there is, in the last session we were talking about, there is going to be a change of direction or change of pace or change of gears or a new thought wave coming up in verse number 26. Now, if you remember the Arjuna's concern, what was the Arjuna's concern? Okay, so Arjuna's concern was he's going to kill his Swajana meaning his own people. He's not too particular about Duryodhana or Dushasana or someone like that, but he is particular about two people, Drona and Bhishma. So my guru and my grandfather. Now, so from that concern, there was a dukkha, and because of dukkha, there was a moha. So dukkha and moha are the two reasons that are two things that are afflicting Arjuna, and Lord Krishna started removing those shoka and moha by tackling the issue head on by explaining the nature of Brahman itself. Okay. First of all, from a Brahman perspective, there are only two things, or like apparently two things. It's not even two. Brahman and Maya. Maya is always changing. Brahman never changes. Maya comes and goes. Brahman never leaves. So that is where in verse number 11, he started saying, Ashocyan, Anushocastam, Prajnavadansa Bhashase. But second sentence is most important is, Gatasuna Gatasuncha Namishocanti Panditaha. Panditaha, the wise people, the people who know, they are not worried about what is here, sorry, what is gone or what is not gone. What is gone is Maya. What is not going to go away is Brahman. So Brahman, it is always going to be there. Maya is always changing. So there is no need to worry about. And then he started showing that, hey Arjuna, whoever you are thinking about, like me or you or these kings, all these people who are always there, will be there, and are there. So that means what? Obviously, standing in the battlefield, if Bhagwan is saying that, okay, these people are always there, were always there, and will always be there, obviously he's not referring to their physical body. Right? Because right in that war, so many people are going to be killed. Okay. Instead, he was referring to their the nature of Atma. So like that, he described the nature of Atma until verse number 25. Now, question for Arjuna is something like this. Okay, Bhagavan, I understand everything that you are saying. Brahman is always there, I got it. Maya is never there, I got it. But my concern is not about that Atma. Atma is going to be there all the time. I'm not concerned about that Atma. I'm concerned about what is Bhishma, what is Drona. Okay. I'm not, see, the education that you are giving me is Atma Vidya, great, but my maturity level is not up to that level. Okay, so mine is like a little bit more focused towards these two people, as in Jiva. Okay, here understand that the concept of Jiva is coming As opposed to talking about Paramatma, now we are going to talk about Jivatma. So that Jivatma, the transition to Jivatma, describing the nature of Jivatma is starting in this verse 26. And that is starting. And how do we know that there's a new change is coming? Because there's a word called Atha. Okay. So that's what it is. So who wants to chant after me?
You're on mute.
Varshaji is going to chant? Is that
Last time I did, you say it this time.
okay? So I'll break down these words. Atha, Chainam is actually cha enam, Chainam. Nitya jatam, nityam va manyase mrutam. Tatha api tvam mahabaho. Nainam is actually na enam is nainam. Shochitum arhasi. Okay, so this is a breakdown. Okay. Atha chainam nitya jatam.
Atha chainam nitya jatam.
Nityam va manyase mrutam.
Nityam va manyase mrutam.
Tadhapi tvam mahabaho.
Tathapi tvam mahabaho.
Nainam shochitum arhasi.
Nainam shochitum arhasi.
1 second, Venkatji. Is it Naivam or Nainam?
Nainam.
Okay.
Na enam is nainam. Okay. So here he's saying Mahabaho. Mahabaho means one who has large arms. Okay. And a mighty warrior. Okay, is called Mahabaho. Okay. But it can also be okay. Let's not get that. So now he said Atha. Okay. Atha means it is so far we have indicated the nature of the knowledge of the knowledge that is given from Paramarthika Satchidananda Atma. Okay. Now we are going to, meaning Bhagavan is saying that I am going to talk about a Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva means one who is engaged in Vyavahara. Vyavahara means transactions. So in a transactional world, one who is engaged in transactions, let's talk about them. This transactional Jiva is the one who is taking so many embodiments. Embodiments means several births and several deaths, as if. So here's an interesting thing is that from our perspective, it appears that this person is, or this person or this jiva is dying and taking birth and dying and taking birth, right? Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. Rather, for jiva's perspective, it is not, it is neither dying nor being born. It is just taking a new embodiment. Because think about it. What is birth from a jiva perspective?
Life? Something that is where there is breath, where there is life, that is jiva.
Okay, so, but when does a, well, I mean, I don't want to wade into the abortion controversies.
Yeah, I know.
So, but when does a body becomes alive? Not from a medical perspective.
Yeah, when there is the life force in it.
And there's a life force. What exactly is life force in it means from a jiva perspective?
What was that thing word? Life forced in? What was it? What did you say?
Life.
Shobhaji said that when there is a life force in that body, then we are calling it as, right? So, but now my question is that, what does that life force mean? Okay, how does that life force, from a Vedantic perspective, okay, from a scriptural perspective, okay, not from a science perspective,
Yeah.
okay, a woman has conceived a child, okay, yeah, the child is still in the tummy, right? So, what does that make, or, you know, there are so many internal organs in the body, such as physical organs are there. We don't call any of those particular physical organ as life.
Mhm.
Okay, so for example, someone's hand is a physical organ. This hand is chopped off, the person is still alive.
Mhm.
So chopping of a hand doesn't mean taking off the life or something like that. So similarly, when a mother conceived a new a baby, right? Okay, let's say baby. Okay. Now, is there life in there or no life at the moment of conception? When does it become like, okay, it is not an organ anymore, but it is actual life?
When it starts to breathe,
And it starts to do, but
prana,
in, so within the womb, there's no such thing as a breathing, right?
Okay.
So
Through the mother's,
I think maybe like I'm looking for two specific answers, so that's why you're having difficulty to answer. Is that when a jiva enters that pinda becomes alive. Agreed?
Yes. Pinda is a lump.
Huh?
Pinda is a lump.
Pinda is lump, yes, lump of flesh.
Yeah. Yes.
So pinda is just lump of flesh, and in that lump of flesh, a jiva entered, and now we are saying that this pinda is a baby, is alive. Okay, whether it happens at 14 weeks, according to Swami Chinmayanandaji, it happens at 16 weeks.
Mm.
Okay, so that was said in what was the book? On Wheels and Wings is a book, right? Shobhaji, On Wheels and Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that there's a Q&A. It's a book based on Q&A, and in there he says that at 16 weeks. Okay, so that is Hindu scriptural based, right? So now, then after a appropriate gestation period, that baby comes out, right? And when the baby has grown from a young age to from a infancy to toddler to young age to middle age to old age, and what is death?
When the jiva leaves the body.
When jiva leaves the body, it is death. So arrival of jiva in the body is being called as birth, and departure of jiva from the body is called death.
Yeah.
So is jiva ever born or dead?
So if the jiva is described, if Sukshma Sharira is defined as jiva, then of course it is neither born nor dead unless at the pralaya, when it just merges into. So then you have a jiva at the vyasti level, and you got the hiranyagarbha at the samasti level, and at the pralaya, it goes into the avikta or the seed stage.
Mhm.
The
Okay,
jiva,
so that is okay. So finally, like at the time of liberation or Videha Mukti, the Jiva is gone. Okay, but between birth to birth to birth to death, right? In a series of births and deaths, did Jiva is ever born or dead? No.
Yeah, that's correct. It's
Now,
neither born nor dead. Yeah.
now, did Jiva experience birth or death?
Well, the
well,
jiva
jiva just
enters-
enters,
Yeah.
the body and then leaves the body,
That's all.
It's
From Jiva's
especially-
perspective, it has never experienced birth or death either.
That's
Mm.
correct.
Okay. So there are two parts, right? One is Jiva has no birth or no death, usually, even though it is Vyavaharika Jiva, even though it appears that it is going through several births and deaths, it is not true. It is just an appearance. What it is doing is that it is taking so many embodiments.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now I understand the word embodiment. Yes.
Okay. So I want to make sure that
Yes.
we are all clear on this aspect. Okay. So,
Thank you. Yes.
It just
now,
leaves one body and then goes on to another body, in other
yes.
words.
Yes. So when it is going through that, it is not experiencing any birth or death.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So now it is now when in a body, what in the when it is this we also said the word Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva means it is in Vyavahara. Vyavahara means transactions. What kind of transactions? It is engaged to day-to-day activities such as Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, meaning waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state, etc. Occasionally, it is giving up existing body and taking new body. And maybe occasionally, depending on the type of karmas that have been done, it may be going through different realms, such as Bhuloka to Swargaloka, or maybe Narakaloka, Patala Loka, who knows? Right? There are different realms, and it is going through different realms as well. Okay. So, and uh, when this jiva, because again here Bhagwan is not defining what this jiva is. So that's because so in this case we need to have a clear understanding of what this jiva is, right?
Mhm.
This jiva, when we say, we are talking about primarily sukshma sharira, not all, like not pranas, okay? Mana, buddhi, chitta, hankara, indriyas, and papa, punya, and vasanas.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a package deal.
So just to understand, it's 17 plus 3 more. Papa Punya and Vasana. 5 Karmendriya, 5 Ganendriya, 5 Pranas. That's 15, no?
5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, 4 antarendriyas, which are mana, buddhi, chitta, hankara, no pranas, okay, and papa, punya, and vasanas.
Total 17, right?
Yeah, 17, but there's no pranas, pancha pranas are not there in there. Instead, we have the
Punya and Vasana.
okay. So now, when this package deal, right? When that
Yes.
packs up everything and then they leave a body, it is death. Okay. And this is led by, I mean, there should be a team leader, right? to manage all of this. Come on, guys, everybody's line up. Now we are leaving.
That's funny. Yeah.
Okay, and now, okay, we are entering something. So that role, according to Drugdusha Viveka, it is given to Ahankara. Okay, so Ahankara is packing up all the Indriyas and Papa Punyas, Vasanas, etc. and leaves. And the same Ahankara, when goes into a new body, it is unpacking all these things. And then when that is done, it is called as birth.
So Ahankar is rounding up all the 17 components. It's okay, let's go.
Yes.
Into the new embodiment called birth.
Yeah. When it says let's go, it is death.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
So now, how many times it comes and goes?
According to your karmas, right?
Hmm?
According to your karmas, you get
Yeah, but how often it does? As in, like, how many times does it say?
84 lakhs.
No, those are the number of embodiments that you can assume.
Yeah, those are 84 lakhs types of bodies are there on a human realm. Okay, but how many times this jiva might have done this?
Countless times.
Countless times, right? So that is what he is saying. Nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam. Okay. Always being born and always being dead. Okay. Yenam nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam. Okay. This is happening all the time. So nityam means here is not like a just like from a Atman perspective, when we say nityam, it is forever, right? No decay, nothing like that. But here, nityam means all the time, meaning repeatedly.
Yeah.
Okay, contextually, the meaning is changing here. Here, nityam means repeatedly. So, nitya jata means repeated births. Okay. And and why is it going to be born? Yada yada hi dehopati. As and when it is time for jiva to start its prarabdha karma, from the accumulated sanchita karma, it is unpacking in a body. Right? And when it is unpacking, we are calling it as this person is born. Now, the status of this state of being born is not permanent. Whatever is born must die. So the body dies. So when does the body die? When the prarabdha is exhausted, after accomplishing whatever it is set out to do for that jiva, then the body dies. Then when the body dies, it is mrutam. How many deaths? Nityam mrutam, meaning repeated deaths. Each time the prarabdha of that jiva is complete in that body, the body is dead. Right? But the jiva itself is neither born nor dead. Okay? So, in the shloka, Atha, okay, if you look at the shloka, right? Atha, we covered Atha. Yes? We covered Nitya Jatam.
Yes.
We covered Nityam and Mrutam.
Yes.
What is left over in line 1?
yes, sir.
Mahabahu nainam shochitum arhasi.
No, line 1, line 1. Chainam is left. Manyase is left. Va is also left. Okay? And So China means cha enam. Okay, I said right. Cha enam. Cha means also.
And
Okay, in this particular case, in case athacha means if you are taking the standpoint of jiva. Okay, manyase means
by mind, using
if you're taking the if the thought process is okay, if you are thinking okay that this is what am worried about, right? Tatha api means oh, if I'm thinking about, so what it means is that the line one is what line one is saying is if you are thinking about jiva, atha cha enam, okay, nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam, okay, meaning atha cha enam nitya jatam nityam va mrutam manyase. In case if you are thinking that way, where the jivas are constantly being born and dead, which is an illusion, by the way. Okay, it appears to be being born and dead. Okay, the jiva is not being born. Then, hey, Mahabaho. Okay, now the second line is coming. Tatha api enam na sochitum arhasi. Even tatha api means even in that case, enam, okay, na shochitum arhasi. Even from that standpoint of Vyavaharika jiva also, there is no need to grieve. Why is there no need to grieve?
Because
because
he never dies or born.
because it the Atman or that is there all the time. It doesn't die.
So jiva is not born, not dead, so there is no need to weep over. So if you are thinking from a Atma perspective, from a Paramarthika Atma perspective, there was a line which said Katam na hanti katam hanti katam na hanti, right? So where it said that
Just no
who is the
no
killer, who is killed and who is killer, there is no killer and there is no killed, right? Now if you're looking at it as a jiva, jiva is already gone before you think you killed the jiva. So are you killing Bhishma? No. Are you killing Drona? No, because when they leave, you're calling it as the person is dead. Okay. So hence there is no need to grieve because jiva hasn't and this is a common thing for jiva. This is not the first time the jiva is going to die. Okay. I mean, the body appears to be dying because jiva has no death. Okay. It is just moving
As if Jiva
according.
dies.
Yeah. What is the, in US we have a saying, right? This is not my first rodeo.
Yeah, that's right. It's not my first
Right?
rodeo.
So, so what is the big deal, right? So that's what, so as a result, meaning once we understand that all the jivas come and go and it is their path, then there is no need to grieve. In Bhagavatam, there is a story. What happens is, a king has about large number of wives. Okay, like in Bhagavatam, whenever large number is there, usually it is like 1,000 wives or something like that. So I don't recall the exact numbers. Okay, I think the king's name is Chitraketu. I think. Okay, so this Chitraketu Maharaja did not have children, and after a long time, one of his wives, usually one of the wives means usually it is the first wife or last wife. Okay, conceived a baby and given birth to a baby. baby child, a beautiful baby boy. When, when the birth was given to the baby boy, the other wives got jealous. Now this wife is going to be the best, most beloved wife for the king. And her son is going to become king, in which case she will become Rajmata and we all will become Dasis.
Oh,
So out of the jealousy, they poison the baby and they kill the baby.
wow.
When the baby is killed, Chitraket Maharaja was crying. And he is crying, and like there's a whole, like as in a big, like a despondency has come across the entire palace, entire city. Okay. And at that time, Sage Narada visited him. Okay. Now, Sage Narada, what the primary role of Narada is, he brings the jiva closer to God. Okay. So, Narana, it is something I forgot the exact Vyutpatti, but the meaning of Narada is the one who brings Naras to
Narayana.
Narayana. Okay, so he's a catalyst. Because he is a catalyst, even though he appears to be, what is the term? Pushing these Rakshasas to do bad things and getting closer to their demise, he always have the good intent for all beings, and he is trying to bring everyone to liberation as fast as possible, as close as possible. Okay, so that's why in if you see in Bhagavatam, when Prahlada, the moment Prahlada thought, well, like has been conceived by his mother, he taught Prahlada so much that from the birth itself, Prahlada became Bhakta of Narayana, and he ensured that his father, Hiranyakashipu, is also liberated. Because after Bhagavan Narsimha kills Hiranyakashipu, he asks, "What shall I do for you, son?" So the first word Prahlada says is, "Hey Bhagavan, I am not a businessman." Okay, my love is not a transaction. Okay? I love you because I love you, period. Okay, I don't need anything specific from you. But then Narasimha Swami begs and begs and begs, "Hey, please do something." Okay, ask for something. So now he doesn't want Bhagwan to be begging him so much. To please Bhagwan, he asks that, "Bhagwan, give good Sadgati for my father." Okay, so that is a thing that he asked. In addition to me having Ananya Bhakti at your feet. Okay, and all of this came from because of why to Prahlada is because of Narada. Okay, and Dhruva, when he leaves, again, Dhruva is a young boy. Okay, when he leaves the kingdom, because his stepmother, you know the story of Dhruva, right?
Yes, but still would love to hear it again.
Okay, so Dhruva's father, Priyamvada, I'm not sure if his name is Priyamvada or not. Okay, so anyway, Dhruva's father has two wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Dhruva is born to Suniti.
Mm.
Suruchi also has a son. Okay, but the king loves the second wife, Suruchi, more, and Suruchi's son was sitting in a father's lap. Now Dhruva is a young boy.
Yeah.
Huh? So he wants to sit in father's lap. Now, Suruchi is stepmother. But even though she's a stepmother, think back in those days, in Dhruva's time, they had so much purity. Despite being stepmother, she says, you don't have right to sit in your father's lap. Oh, how do I get right to sit in my father's lap? Through us. She says, you should go pray to Bhagwan that in your next life, you be born into through my womb, so you become fit to sit in on your in your father's lap.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what she says. So he goes to his mother crying, and mother asks, and the son, 5-year-old baby, says this whole story, right?
Mhm.
And mother says, son, your stepmother is right. You should go ask Bhagwan Narayana that kind of a thing. And then he leaves to forest. And lo and behold, as he was coming out of the kingdom, sage Narada comes and says, hey, young boy, what is it? What are you doing? Where are you going? I'm going to do tapas. You are such a young boy, a 5-year-old. Mother said something, don't worry about it. Go back and enjoy. Dhruva is smart. He says, no, I have determined that I'll pray. Okay? And why should I worry about, like, how do I do tapas? The fact that you have come to see me the moment I came out means that I'm in the right path.
Oh,
Okay? And so you are my teacher. So
wow.
you can see that the sadhana chatushta sampatti, viveka, vairagya, all of those are already there for that.
Yeah.
So immediately he teaches how to pray to Bhagwan Narayana, and in 6 months,
Oh,
Bhagwan Narayana has to appear in front of him. So Narada is such a great person.
yes.
So, so he is a guru for everybody. He's a
Yes.
Jagat Guru. So this Narada comes to Chitraketu. So now, because like today I diverted too much today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But so Chitraketu's son is dead, and Narada comes. So Narada comes means what? Chitraketu's Uddhara is going to happen now. Okay, so I think to say this, I think I diverted about 5 to 10 minutes.
That's okay.
So now Chitraketu is crying, and Narada says, hey, king, what happened? Why are you crying? And then, of course, Chitraketu says so. And then Chitraketu falls at the feet of Narada and says, Bhagwan, you have all powers. So please go find the Jiva and let him come back and bring back that life into this body. That's what he asks.
Mm.
So Narada says, okay, I will summon the Jiva. Okay. But it is up to Jiva whether he wants to take birth or not. Okay. So let me call. Narada is a Devarshi. So with his power, he summons the Jiva. Okay. So the Jiva is appearing in front of Chitraketu's wives, and Narada.
Mhm.
And Narada says to the Jiva, hey Jiva, your parents are crying for you. Please re-enter this body and make them happy. Then the Jiva says, hey Narada, I don't know which parents you're talking about.
Because this is not my first parents. Huh?
Yeah. So he says, I have gone through countless number of births and deaths, and I had countless number of parents in all these births and deaths. Which specific one you are talking about, I don't know. Whenever my prarabdha in that body is done, I left that body. Okay? And that body has no use for me, and I have no role to play in that body. Okay? So you tell me what I should be doing. Okay? Because what am I going to do in that body? Because my prarabdha in that body is over already.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that if the baby is to be poisoned and killed, that means that the jiva has to be experienced a poisoned death, and that is done, and the jiva left.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Right? So what is it that I'm going to do now in that body? You tell me, right? And then Narada looks at Chitraketu and asks, what do you think about this Chitraketu? Chitraketu understands the nature of limitedness of this jiva and the impermanency, and he prays to jiva and Narada and asks Narada to let go of the jiva to wherever the jiva has to go next, to experience whatever that has to be experienced in next lives. So why I'm saying this story is that when we say nityam nityajatam ya nityam mrutam, right? Tathapi enam na shochitum arhasi. Even then there is no need to cry. Okay? Any questions around this shloka?
No. Well, very well explained. So we understood the nature of Atma and the prior shlokas. Now we start to understand the nature of Jiva. And how is it that the Jiva is Nityam Jatam and Nityam Rutyam, and therefore there's nothing to grieve about the embodiment itself, which is just a temporary housing for the Jiva until the prarabdha karma is done.
But then how does the jiva decide, okay, now this body, I have to leave this body, then I have to enter the next body. So how then does the jiva come to know about it?
When the prarabdha karma for the jiva is finished, that the jiva has nothing to experience anymore and moves on.
Okay, and moves on where is a good question.
Okay? So for that, the karma phaladata is the one who decides where to go next to experience the karma.
Mhm. Okay.
So in Upadesh Sara, the very first verse says, Karturajnaya prapta evam karma kim param karma tajadam. Right? So Kartuhu Agneya Prapyate Phalam Karma Kim Param Karma Tachadam. So Kartuhu, the first word Kartuhu, Agneya, the one here Kartuhu means it is not the doer, but the Karma Phala Data, he is the one who is the real distributor of the work, distributor of the fruits of results. So Kartu Agneya, with his Agnya, Kartu Agneya, Prapyase Phalam. Phalam is given. Karma Kim Param, karma itself is not in higher. Karma Tat Jadam, karma itself is inert. So, just like karma is inert, and Kartuhu or Karma Paradhaksha, okay, in this case, Ishvara is deciding what result to be given when and how that result must be given. In the same way, the same Kartuhu or Karma Phaladhyaksha is the one who decides where the Jiva has to go next to experience which portion of the Sanchita Karma as Prarabdha Karma in which body. So all those right conditions, etc., all that is done by this Kartuhu. Okay.
So therefore, as you mentioned, once the prarabdha karma in a given embodiment is exhausted, so the jiva leaves. As you mentioned, the jiva is a conglomeration of those 17 components, and including, like you said, papa, punya, and the vasana. And so there are remaining papa, punya, and vasanas in this jiva. Countless number of papa, punya, and vasanas still residing within this jiva, which then enters the other embodiment and start to exhaust some of the other prarabdha karma. And so maybe you're trying to explain that, Venkat, but just for clarification, this new embodiment that the jiva enters into is for the sole purpose of the jiva to exhaust the prarabdha karma, right? That's the only purpose of entering, because embodiment is really the one how it can express the karma phala. So it is the prarabdha karma of the jiva that decides the length of the time the embodiment stays alive.
Yes. So what is the question,
Well, I was just trying to understand within myself, because and this statement I'm making only because of my lack of understanding, and that is that as if the jiva has several sets of prarabdha karmas. The one set is exhausted in this embodiment number 1. The other set of prarabdha karmas is exhausted in the embodiment number 2, and so on and so forth, until all the prarabdha karmas are exhausted when it gets the jivan mukti, or Vileya mukti for that matter.
Okay. So what happens is that, okay, so basically, as the jiva can be born in different ways. Okay, in a human body or in any other lower forms such as animals or trees or whatnot, or higher forms such as Devalokas, etc. Okay, so when the think about, like, if you like in the Indian mixture shops, right? Like in the Indian sweet shops, if you go and take the mixed nuts, like mixture, okay, if there are all if majority of them are cashews, okay, then you got like, best quality nuts. So that means that you're going to go to Devaloka.
Mhm.
Okay. If you got, what are the Gandhiji's version? The Indian, the poor man's peanuts, poor man's cashews, which are peanuts.
Ah,
If majority of them are those, then you're going to the jiva is going to go to a lower life form.
yeah,
If the mixture is right, then it is human form.
yes.
Now, in higher realms, it is just exhaustion of punyas, nothing else. In the lower realms, it is just exhaustion of papas and nothing else. Okay. You're not actually adding anything to your sanchita karma, the whole baggage. Whereas in human life, you're not only exhausting your prarabdha, but you're also creating new sanchita karma.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. So given this, what happens is that how do we reduce this baggage of karmas is that by living our life, not to add on anything. Not to add on anything is done through a process called karma yoga.
Ah,
Okay, that's number one. Now, when a person becomes jivan mukta, what happens? Okay, so when a person becomes jivan mukta, right? There's a word called jivan mukti, but corresponding to there's a complementary word. Do you know what the complementary word is? There's another type of mukti.
Videha Mukti?
Videha mukti. Good, thank you. Okay. So when a jivan mukta dies, it is said that he got videha mukti.
Yes.
Right? Okay, good. So what is the difference between jivan mukti and videha mukti? Okay. So the moment the jivan, a person realizes he becomes jivan mukta, that means that now there is no more bondage left to that person anymore. Right? Is that part clear?
Um,
When
yes,
a person is realized, there is no more karta in that person. No more karta or bhokta in that person. The kartrutva bhavana is gone.
yes.
All these karmas and karma phalas are associated with the karta and bhokta.
Yes.
Now, however, now let us say for this person, there is a lifespan of 70 years.
Mhm.
And this person got realized when he's 15, like Bhagavan Raman Maharshi, or
Yeah.
maybe when he's 35 or 40, like when he, like Puja Guru Chimananda, right? So now when that happens, the prarabdha karma is already in motion. That has to come to its complete fruition. And this body is already there. Body is already manufactured. So this Jivan Mukta Purusha continues to be embodied in this body for rest of the Prarabdha Karma and goes through the Prarabdha Karma.
The
Yeah?
rest of the karma is exhausted. That's what you mean.
Yes. Now, there is this term Videha Mukti, right? What is Deha means what?
Body, body, human body.
Here, Videha means no more bodies.
Mm.
This particular case. No more bodies means what happened is that think about this way. This jiva has to go through, based on the Sanchita karmas, this jiva has to go through, based on current set of karmas, okay? 2,438 more lives he has to go through. Okay? Based on this current. If he is adding more number of bodies are going to be put in more back, right? But the moment he becomes Jivan Mukta, the Karta, Bhokta, Kartrutva, Bhoktutva is gone, all those future bodies, the 2,438 number that I just gave, all of them are destroyed.
Yes.
Because all of them are destroyed, it is Videha.
Videha. Yeah.
So when this person's body falls off, he is said to have attained Videha Mukti. Okay? Why? Because all of these karmas are attached to a karta. If the karta itself is gone, where does karma go? Okay? So it is said that Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji gives an example. He talks about himself and he says, the police in Kerala came to know this Balakrishna Menon is a big rogue, a criminal, whatever. Okay. And he has become a Swami and he is in Chittabari. So they go to the court, applies for all the, so what is called like arrest warrant and everything, and take a bus or train or flight, whatever, and come to Siddhabari, and then the Shivanarayanan or someone was his attendant at that time. They come and they see Shivanarayanan and say his name is Shivanarayanan and say, we want to see this Swami Chinmayananda. And he says that Swamiji is in that kutia. Okay, we want to arrest him. He will come out at 2:30. He's resting right now. Well, he is Swami, so we'll wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is another 30 minutes. So they waited. 2:30, Swami did not come out. 2:40, Swami did not come out. Okay, and they have this huge list of crimes that Swami has committed. 2:45, Swami did not come out. Now police got a doubt whether the Swami ran away or what. Okay, so they go inside and they see Swami there lying down, lifeless. Swami passed away. What does this police do now? What are they going to do? All this list of crimes.
It's all thrown in the fire now.
All of them are gone.
Yes.
Okay, when the doer of the crime is gone, what do you do with that list of crimes? So when a person becomes Jivan Mukta, the Kartrutva is gone. When the Karta Bhokta based Kartrutva Bhavana, Bhoktutva Bhavana is gone, this Papa, Punya are not attached to that anymore. Tattva Bodha book says something very interesting. Okay. Says that now in this list for this person, right, who before becoming Jivan Mukta, he has done so many things, and all of them are Sanchita karmas are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Yeah.
Wow, where do they go? So that is answered in Tattva Bodha.
Mm-hmm.
It says that whoever is the followers of this Mahatma and who has praised this Mahatma, praised as in not necessarily like Mukhastuti, not like that, but who is a follower and respected and gave value to what this Mahatma said, all the Punya karmas of that will go to those people. Similarly, whoever has criticized him, etc., all the Papa karmas go to that person. Okay. Now, is there a proof for it? I don't know. Okay. So, but this is what Adi Shankaracharya ji said, but basically everything Adi Shankaracharya ji has said is based from some other Moola Grantha,
Yeah.
Vedanta Pramana. So what exactly is the Vedanta Pramana for that statement, I don't know, but that is mentioned in Tattva, so I'm just sharing that with you.
So I have only one question. So this particular jiva attained Jivan Mukti. So how many jivas are there in total?
Good question. That one requires a different level of understanding. In our Vedanta, depending upon our maturity level, there are 3 models that are created. Okay? Or 3 levels of models that are created. One is called Srushti Drushti Vada.
What do you call it?
Srushti
Oh, Drushti.
and Drushti Vada. The second one is called the opposite of that, as in like the words are interchanged. Drushti, Srushti, Vada.
Oh, Drushti, Srushti, Vada.
And the third one is Ajata Vada.
Oh.
Okay, so these are the 3 levels of understanding of the Advaita Vedanta. Now, these 3 are the concepts in Srushti Drushti cannot be mixed with the concepts in Drushti Srushti or in Ajatavada. Okay? You cannot mix and match the concepts or anything like that. Okay? Because you have asked, I'll tell you very briefly about this. If you have follow-up questions, we have to take it up on some other time.
Of course, of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, in Srushti Drushti Vada, the idea is that the world has come first and then the Jiva has come.
First, this Srishti.
Yeah, Srushti has come. And the way Srushti has come is that, how we say is that, first came Maya. Maya is Trigunatmika. From the Trigunatmika Maya, which is the Karana Prapancha, from that Karana Prapancha, Pancha Tanmatras are born. Okay, so these Pancha Tanmatras are Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Okay, from this, okay, these are born. What are those? Akasha, Vayu,
Prithvi.
Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. They are born. Okay. So all of this is what you call a Sukshma Prapancha. However, nothing has happened out of this. From this, individual Jiva, okay, so actually no. From this, what happened is that from the Sattvika Amsha of Sattva Amsha of all of these 5 elements, okay, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara are born. Okay, Sattvika Amsha of individual elements, each 5 elements, right? Pancha Jnanendriyas are born. Okay, and the Rajasika Amsha of each individual element, Pancha Karmendriyas are born. Okay, from the combined Rajasika Amsha, Pancha Pranas are born. And finally, so now Sattva is gone, Rajas is gone, right? So the tamas aspect of these pancha bhutas are there, and they are not doing anything. So then the panchikarana has happened. Through the panchikarana, okay,
Mhm.
sthula prapancha is born. Okay, so this is all described in Tattvabodha, etc., based on our shastras. Okay, so this is all based on, this all is teaching how the world has come into existence.
Mhm.
Srishti, Drushti, Vada. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Drushti Srishti Vada is completely different. Well, actually, no, let me tell you one more thing. In the Srishti Drushti Vada, there are infinite number of jivas are there.
Mhm.
Because there are infinite number of jivas, occasionally some jiva is getting Jivan Mukti
Yeah.
or Videha Mukti. Okay.
Yes.
Now, once the student understood all of these concepts, understood the this Vedanta at this level clearly, and did lot of Shravana and Manana and Nididhyasana and became perfect, then that is when Drushti Srishti Vada is introduced to the
Um,
same student. It is as if he is being graduated from kindergarten to middle school.
uh,
Okay. Now, you have some more time, right? Like, because I'm going to take another 10 minutes.
That's fine.
yes, please.
So, in Drushti Srishti, what happened is that, now, like, in elementary school, I have studied, so you must have studied too, is that light travels in a straight line.
Mhm.
You studied the same thing in elementary school? Yes, no?
Mhm.
I don't know what I learned. I forgot most of what I learned anyway. So
Okay. I learned in elementary school that light travels in straight line. I know. For sure. Okay,
You're
it was in my third grade.
a smart man.
Okay. Anyway, and then in my BSc physics, when the chapter of light has come, I learned that light travels in a sinusoidal motion, as in a
Uh,
waveform. Light is a wave.
mhm.
Now, light is a wave. Was that so? Like, okay, so my elementary school, I was in elementary school when, like early 70s. Okay, so,
Mhm.
and I was in middle school, no, so I was in a college around 85, 86. Okay, so now this, the invention or the, sorry, not invention, the discovery that the light travels in a waveform did not happen within those 10 years or 15 years, but that was known for hundreds of years too.
Mhm.
It's like 60, 70 years,
Yeah.
where if they wanted to, they would have taught us that light travels in a waveform even in third grade, but they decided to not to teach that light travels in
Right. So, yeah.
waveform. Instead, they decided that when my mind becomes mature enough, that is
Mhm.
when they can introduce the idea that light actually travels in a waveform, not in a line, a straight line. It is not like one is correct or other is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, one is right or other is wrong or something like that. But depending upon my level of maturity, they have introduced that. Now,
Gotcha.
I did not do PhD in physics. So I only read in Wikipedia, etc. Is that whether light is a particle or light is energy? Okay. Sometimes some people say that it is energy, some people say that it is particle, and then they say that it is neither, then they say they're both.
Uh,
Okay. So if you want to, you can Google that.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Why is that not introduced again? Because that requires a lot more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the same way, this Srishti Drishti Vada, in Srishti Drishti Vada, whatever has been introduced, all of that is thrown away in Drishti Srishti Vada.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So then how did the Srishti has come? The Srishti has come. There is no sequential creation, but rather it is Yugapat Srishti. Okay.
Yugapatha
Yugapat.
or Yugapat?
No, Patha, just Yugapat. Okay. This Yugapat Srishti, what it means is that like this. When you are dreaming, how did your dream start?
From the experience during the day, during the Jagrata Avastha.
Oh, no. How did your dream come? Is how did your dream start? Okay. Dream start means like, say, for example, you're going in a car in your dream. It is not like first there was space. From space, Earth has come. From Earth, wheels have come from, and next the body of the car has come, then the steering has come, and then you went and you sat in there. No, you are in the car. Like in the beginning of the dream itself, you are in the car and you are driving the car.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So the entire world was there right in one instance.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no beginning or end. Okay. So that is how this world is.
Oh,
Now, in this world, how many jivas are there?
just yourself?
Just one.
Yeah.
Then if Atulji, you are the only jiva in this universe, I won't ask where is Varshaji, but where am I?
What was the question there? I'm sorry, I didn't miss.
If
I'm
you
the
are
only,
the only jiva in this universe, who am I?
so
The
the,
same Jiva in a different form.
well, if I'm the only jiva in this whole world, the jiva is equal to Atma.
I am nothing but an imagination or a projection of your mind.
Yes, yes.
The idea that you are having this discussion with me and Shobhaji on other screen is nothing but a projection of your mind. Okay. So in your dream, when you are looking at 100 people, right? I mean, like when you are passing by a procession, all those 100 people are there. Okay. 100 or maybe 1,000 people procession is going on. Or like a big gathering, a sabha is going on.
Mhm.
Okay, like in India, like when in times of elections, Prime Minister of the country is giving a speech and 10,000 people are brought from all local villages in Paris. Right? For like, they're giving $10 and lunch and dinner. So they sit there like that. The 10,000 people are sitting there. When all those 10,000 people are sitting there and suddenly you woke up.
Oh,
And when you woke up, you are liberated from your dream state and you woke up from your dream state to your Jagrat Avastha. When are they going to wake up?
They were not there, so how they were going to wake up, right? They were just projection of our mind. So
How many of them are going to wake up and when are they going to wake up? They're all projection of your mind. Now, why am I saying all of this is, right? I'm answering your question. Your question was, how many jivas are there and how many of them are going to be realized? Is once you realize, it is like you woke up from this Vyavaharika to a Paramarthika level. So then the entire mental projection of yours, which contains of all these, Shobhaji, Venkat, I'm sorry,
Even Varsha.
even Varshaji, okay, they're all your projection and they all go away. Okay, so that is Drishti Srushtivada. Finally, the third one is called Ajatavada, where it says there is no world. Okay.
It's not, the world is not even an imagination or
There's
a
no
play of,
period.
or a play of God or
Yeah. So for that, again, like we need just like, lot of understanding and mental maturity and Sukshma Buddhi and Chitta Shuddhi are all required to not just theoretical understand, but like actual practically experience that, to even to get from Srishti Drishtivada to Drishti Srishtivada, a lot more maturity. And when I say maturity, it is not, I'm not about like a thing, right? I'm talking about Chitta Shuddhi.
Yeah.
Is needed in us to get to the third level. Okay, only a Jivan Mukta Purusha can understand that there is no world. All Jivan Mukta Purushas agree on that part, that there is no world. Okay, that for now is beyond our comprehension. Okay? We can theoretically understand, we can theoretically argue, but we don't have that experience. Okay.
wow.
I hope I have tried to answer your question. So
Yes, I think yes, it's a point of view. Sorry, I didn't mean to minimize to such a simple.
no, that's fine. Like I mean, that helped have a proper discussion, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
We are on a kindergarten state, how, right?
sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, we are on a kindergarten state. How many births we will have to take to go all these things,
But the thing is that what happens is that when we occasionally hear this and think that, then an aim, like a sankalpa, happens to get to that state. Okay.
Mhm.
See, a child who see, like in a kindergarten, if you ask a kid, what do you want to become when you grow up? What are the typical things that he says? Teacher, policeman, doctor, nurse,
Yeah.
or fireman. Because these are the only things that he sees. He has exposure to. Now, in US, you ask a first-year college student or even second-year college student, what do you want to major in?
I don't know.
He says, I'm still thinking about it. Initially, my feeling was that these kids are so, what is the term? Indecisive.
Yeah.
Okay. But later on, I come to realize that at least, if not in all cases, definitely in majority of cases, they are being exposed to new fields of knowledge that everything seems fascinating, and they are trying to figure out what else is there in this that I want to explore and learn so I can pick the right thing.
Giving them too much credit.
Right?
I say
So,
you're giving them too much credit.
no, but like
I'm
that is
just
at
kidding.
least in some,
No, you're right. You're right. Right.
for some people at least, yes, right? So Now, that is because now they are exposed to so many other options. Like, oh yeah, like I like this. Yes, I went to this class and I learned about this. Okay, maybe I should major in this. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the right thing or that is the right thing, right? So that is what the confusion is at some level. So similarly, like when we talk about these Jivan Mukti, so that is where, like, even in chapter 2 itself, the Jivan Mukta Purusha Lakshanas are given as Sthita Prajna Lakshanas, so that Bhagwan is setting our goal right from chapter 2, where we want to be. Right? Of course, it will take I think the rate at which we are going, I think it will take a little bit more time before we get there. But
Well, that is fine, but the benefit here is that we're learning about one particular verse, and there's just so many things embedded in there. So it's not just the one verse, but it's as you explained, a lot of Advaita Vedanta embedded in there. So
yeah, because again, like as I said, right in the beginning of our sessions this year, you have already heard Gita before, all of this before. So now let us try to understand a little bit more in depth, so that way
yes,
we can
yes,
start appreciating it and then see like how we can apply to our daily life.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll close now.
Just the one quick note. Next session we won't be here. We will be out of country, so we'll miss that. But if you do hold it, you do have an audio tape of that, so we will listen to that.
Yeah. There will be a
Yeah, I'm recording pretty much all sessions, so yeah, I'll share the video.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Have a good vacation, Atulji.
Yeah.
We'll see
time. Yeah.
uh, 2 weeks from now. And in case if you are interested, you can attend other sessions. If you are interested, I can share. I mean, like